Hello friends, if I tell you that by auditing TDS component alone, you can come to know about the entire business and operations of the company, will you believe me? Generally you won't. But in this video, I am going to explain you certain audit procedures which if you do it, then you can come to know about the entire operations of the company by just auditing the TDS. Hello friends, welcome to Combrella. My name is Karthik and my mission is to make Combrella a platform for all the information and knowledge about the commerce world. So let's get started with the audit procedures of TDS. So generally, while auditing the TDS component, we check the challan amount and amount as per books on a monthly basis. And if they are matching, we close and move with the other components. But there are at least 10 other audit procedures which if you do, you will be able to find out issues and observations in the books of accounts of the client. And this will enhance your value as an article or as a manager in your CA firm. So let's see what are those audit procedures. The first and the basic audit procedure is the reconciliation of payable versus paid as per books and challans. For this, you have to prepare a table like this, section-wise and month-wise reconciliation. I have shown in this table just for one section, but you have to do this for all the sections. So in this table, you have to link the payable and paid amount as per books to the ledgers by giving formulas in the Excel and check if there are any differences or not. Then plot the challan amount and see whether it is matching with the paid amount as per books. If there are differences, then those are observations. Then you can extend this table and then also add challan date, due date, delays, and this can be used for CARO reporting. Once you prepare this reconciliation for all the sections month-wise, then you will get a full overview about the TDS of the company. And after this, you have to do analytical procedures on TDS, which is the most crucial part of this video. So now let's see how to do the analytical procedures on TDS. So let's take TDS on rent section 194I. So TDS on rent should follow a pattern generally. It should be either same for all the months or it should increase after a particular month if the company has taken any new premises on rent, or it should decrease after a particular month if the company has vacated any premises. If the TDS is not in a proper pattern and is in a very haphazard manner, like in some months it is 40,000, then next month it is 50,000, the next month 60,000, then after that again it is back to 40,000, then it means that there is some issue either in the TDS booking or rental expense booking of the company. And I have come across many companies which are having or which had TDS in a haphazard manner for rental expenses. So when I asked the client for the reasons, I found out that in some of the months, the landlord had given the invoice for rent after a lot of delay. So the company had forgotten to account the rental expenses in that particular month. Or in some months, they just accounted a rental expense as a provision but did not account the TDS. So like this, when you do the analytical review of TDS on a monthly basis, you can find out many other issues and observations and mistakes in the books of accounts of the client. So by doing TDS of rent, you will come to know about all the rental expenditure of the company. How many rental premises the company has taken, what are the new rental premises the company has taken, what are the premises it has vacated, blah blah blah. So now let's go to the analytical review of TDS under section 194C. Now if you come to section 194C TDS, in this you cannot have an exact pattern like how it is there in section 194I, because there will be a lot of one-time expenses, quarterly expenses or even annual expenses. But in 194C also, there will be certain monthly recurring expenses like security expenses, transportation expenses, canteen expenses, payroll management, etc. So you can check whether TDS on these expenses are accounted for all the months or not, and if not, then those are the issues in the company. And if you do some more scrutiny of section 194C TDS, then you can come across certain other vendors also, such as HR recruitment agency, travel agencies, or foreign exchange agents or consultants. So from analytical scrutiny of 194C, you can come to know so many things and activities about the company which are happening by doing this analytical review, like security, transport, canteen, forex, travel. So many information you can come to know. Then if you come to section 194H, which is commission, you can come to know about the sales commission paid by the company, or any business promotion commission, or any other commission paid by the company. So this is also an additional information which will help you understand more details about the company holistically. Then let us come to section 194J, legal and professional expenses. Here you can come to know about all the legal issues faced by the company. If there is any TDS on advocate or lawyer fees, you can ask the company what are the legal cases which are going against the company. If there is any TDS on tax consultation fees, then you can ask whether there are any appeals or assessments which are happening under the Income Tax Act or GST or other indirect taxes. If there are any certifications or management consultancy fees related TDS, then you can ask the client why are those paid for, what is the nature of work done for which we are getting these consultants. So analytical review of 194J will give you an end-to-end information about the company's legal, tax and other compliance related issues. So I hope now you understood how to do an analytical review of TDS and how to find about company's business and operations from the audit of TDS component alone. But if you do a plain Manila TDS audit of amount as per books and amount as per challan, then you will not come to know the holistic picture and everything about the company which I have explained in this particular video. Next comes the TDS returns. Now in TDS returns, you can verify whether the quarterly TDS returns are filed by the company within the due date or not. In TDS returns also, you can do lot of analytical review procedures like checking the PAN of the vendor, whether 10 digits are there in the PAN or not, which the company has filed in the TDS returns. And then check the fourth letter of the PAN to identify the legal status of the vendor, that is whether it is an individual, firm, company, etc. If it's a company, then check whether the name has the words private limited, limited or not. If it's a non-company, then check whether the rate of TDS has been applied correctly or not. Also, check whether the PAN shown in the TDS returns of the company is matching with the company's vendor master data or not. Apart from that, you can also check that TDS percentage is made correctly as per the Income Tax Act sections or not. While doing this TDS percentage check, you might come across that for some parties, the company, say for example under section 194J, would have made TDS at 7%, 5%, etc. So for those parties, you should ask the company whether the company has obtained the lower deduction certificate from the vendor or not. If it is not there, then that's an issue. If it is there, then check that lower deduction certificate, see the start date and end date and check whether it is within the time limit of the lower deduction or not. In my audit experience, I have found out so many issues of the client by doing these audit procedures which I am sharing with you for your own benefit. So now let's go to the next audit and analytical procedure of the Traces website. Then in this audit procedure, you can check the Traces website of the Income Tax Act. You can ask the client to log in into the Traces website. In there, you will be able to find out whether there are any TDS demands raised by the income tax department or not. I have seen companies who had TDS demands from the income tax department which were there in their login, but the client did not tell me voluntarily, because if I find out, then I will put it as an internal audit observations. So Tracer's website also you can check. Then if you come to TDS on salaries, here you can check the TDS amount as per the GL versus the payroll or pay register of the company, whether it is matching or not. Sometimes it may not match due to the reasons such as the salary is on hold for some employees, or the employees absconding, or any other reasons depending upon the company to company. So I hope now you have understood that there is much more to audit of TDS component than just challans matching. Okay, then finally you can check other aspects also, like TDS rate as per the vendor master is correct or not as per the Income Tax Act sections, whether TDS entry is made manually or is it an automatic entry, whether TDS amount can be edited while passing the journal entries or not, if any advance payment is there, whether TDS is made on them or not. So try out all these audit procedures in your next audit, and surely you will see that there is a great deal of improvement in your auditing skills. And if you find this video useful, then do share it with your friends so that they can also benefit from this. Thanks for watching. This is C.S.Karthik signing off. Thanks and namaste.